I have random thoughts in my head, and sometimes I let them come out of my mouth. Hey guys, welcome back to Random Thoughts. It's Dee Marie, and we're back with Ashley.
Hello.
So in light of the whole, what's his name, Donald
Sterling.
Racist remarks and us boycotting him, I was just thinking about how I didn't want to talk about racism in general. Most people are talking about the racist remarks specifically.
Yeah.
And how, we gotta boycott him and what a horrible person he is for making racist remarks. But I wanted to talk about how sensitive we are. Maybe we're not being sensitive, maybe I'm just insensitive, in boycotting people because of their freedom of speech. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not down with, don't take pictures with, minorities and whatever he said. I'm not okay with what he said, but my thing is, he said what he's going to say, and how dare we force him to stop owning something because he's a jerk. You know what I mean? Like, there are plenty jerk-off bosses, but we're not making them get rid of their companies because of.
Right.
Whereas with the boycott on Chick-fil-A, like, I understand that. Like, he was giving money to come to other groups, right? He was giving money to groups who were homophobic, who are against gays. Like, that's what, I mean, I don't mind boycotting things. Like, if he's literally taking the money that he's earning from having this basketball team and giving it to white supremacist groups, I'd have a problem with that.
Yeah.
But just telling me you don't like black people, that's cool with me. We don't have to chill. I mean, I'm not going to, you know what I mean? Like, I just feel like we are becoming too PC. Like, it's almost not okay to say, have your own opinions anymore.
Yeah.
And I just feel like we're taking it overboard by, if we disagree with people's beliefs, we have to step in somehow.
Yeah.
Like, I totally, like, I'm just going to say it again, like, I have no problem with people having your beliefs. You want to be against gays, you go for it.
Yeah.
You want to be against Christians, you go for it. You know what I mean? You want to be against blacks. I don't care. I'm not going to chill with you, but I'm also not going to make you stop owning what's yours.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I just feel like we're just becoming too much of the public is right, and, we have to do what's right. Like, I feel like in comparison, when Bill Clinton cheated on his wife, everybody was like, oh, he needs to be impeached. He's a good president. Why are we kicking him out? No, I don't think it's cool he banged somebody else and he's a married man. But his job and his personal life are not the same thing. Yeah. And, people's personal beliefs and what they own are not the same thing. And why are we...
I mean, how many African American players are there on the Clippers? You don't see him with a whole team of white people. So.
Right. So I'm just like, I don't get it. I just don't think it's okay to step in and tell him. I don't agree with what he said, but at the same time, I don't think they have the right to take away his team.
Well, I think the main thing that we need to point out and what needs to be addressed that a lot of people aren't taking notice to, the man was talking to his girlfriend on the phone with a private conversation. He wasn't in a room full of people.
Yep.
He wasn't in a news conference. He was having a private conversation with someone he thought he could trust. So, I mean, that alone, for me, just because of privacy issues, I don't feel like anyone should be held accountable for something that they're saying in disclosure. Mm-hmm. If I say something to Andrea off camera, and somebody finds out what I said, I don't think that I should face any kind of consequences for what I said. Now, if I say something to you guys on the internet, and all you people, millions of people, or however many people, hear me say something, because I'm consciously making a public statement, I feel like I should be held accountable for what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. So I think that's the main issue here, is just privacy. And I don't feel if someone is holding conversation in privacy to someone and they don't know that what they're saying is going to be heard publicly, that they should be accountable for what's being said.
Yeah, I agree. Anyway, guys, I mean, weigh in on the Donald Sterling. Is this his name, right, Donald?
I don't know. Just say Sterling.
Sterling. So weigh in on the Sterling issue and what you think. Do you agree with us that they're kind of going far with trying to take away his team? I do. Now at the same time, I think all this going on and going crazy talking about some Mike. Oh, what's his name again?
Sterling?
No, what's the other guy? Magic. That Magic Johnson has AIDS and this is some person.
Oh, yeah.
I think now he's backed into a corner and he's freaking out. He's like a fish flailing and everything that's horrible is coming out of his mouth now. But, weigh in. Tell us what you think about this issue and, we're going to close out with the random question of the day, which is, if you didn't have a limit on the amount of money that you had in your account, who would you be? Like, where would you be at in life as far as, like, what you'd be doing? Like, what would a day in the life of Andrea look like if you had no financial boundaries? I would have a Winnebago. Or some kind of caravan-like living situation. I would be traveling the world, seeing places, recording it, continuing to do YouTube, and just doing our jobs and taking pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With me, if I didn't have a financial limit, I would build a neighborhood for any of my family or friends that would want to live in it, and everyone would get their own house. And I'd have like some kind of communal center for everyone to just hang out all the time and like have game nights and have it be like an everyday cruise where there's organized activities and everybody just hangs out with one another.
So it's kind of like a cult.
Yeah, but not really.
It's a cult without the craziness.
Like, people who aren't in the family, who don't live in the neighborhood, could still come in the neighborhood. Okay. Like, as long as they know somebody that lives in the neighborhood.
So it's kind of like a cult.
No!
But I like it. I don't think cults are bad, personally.
No.
Except for when you get crazy and you're trying to kill people and stuff. I'm not down with that.
But, and then I wouldn't work, obviously. I would probably still do people's nails just because it's fun and I love it.
Yeah.
And if Andrea wanted me to do more of these shows, I would probably still do it. And, yeah. I would donate a lot of my money. Like, there's no way that I could have a limitless.
My answer sounds so.
Yeah, I couldn't have a limitless bank account and not help people. I would feel obligated to give financially somewhere. I would probably have fun with it though. I would probably leave a bag of money somewhere and make people like geocache for it or do some kind of like scavenger hunt or something. But I would only give the information to people that needed the money.
Yeah.
And everybody would get some, even if they didn't win the bag of money. I don't know.
I like your answer. My answer looks selfish, but it's okay. All right, guys, let us know, what would you do with a limitless bank account? And don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll check you later. Bye. Hey, welcome back to Random Thoughts. We're here with Ashley. I'm just going to start calling her my co-host. And I'm sure I'm going to do more interviews with her again. So we were just talking about spanking and, society's views on spanking and how we feel